but I feel like it. Okay, there we go. Let me try to adjust out a little bit more to where I feel a little bit better about it. That's a little bit better. Yeah, at least aren't pointed towards the ceiling. Okay, so this is mostly just an update on everything that I went through today, which is just the physical therapy. I didn't have to go anywhere else today, but they gave me, you block out my birthday and stuff. Y'all can't really read it, but I was given this paper, which basically tells you everything like the subjective, the objective findings, ROM, whatever the fuck that is, which basically is just the measurement of your whatever, and then the plan. I was supposed to give this to my primary doctor, which I don't have to now because she's already messing with that. Well, she was. I'm pretty sure she's not right now at 10 o'clock. But that part's already been done with. Today, basically, all we did was just some light stretches. And she gave me one stretch that I can do at home until next week, which is basically my homework, if that's what you want to call it. And they are, I call them hip thrust or whatever, because that's basically what they are. Your the back of your buttocks area, you got to bring it as close to your lower back as you possibly can. Like, I don't know, like a hip, like a dip. You got to arch your back, except the other way, backwards. You got to arch your back. And then you got to do the same thing forward, like kind of like you're stretching like a cat almost. That's kind of what it reminded me of, was basically stretching like a cat. And it stretches the lower and mid spine area. And she said that should help with the nerves in my leg because they're connected, obviously. And she figures that would help some. And basically, all we did was we went over what's been happening, why I feel like it's been happening, you know, just all the normal stuff, like how the pain levels, took measurements on my leg. They did muscle tone stuff, muscle ratcheting. They did reflexes. They did pain scale. They did all that stuff. And thankfully, my physical therapist was nice enough to set me up to where she's going to see me for free until my primary doctor actually sends the referral in, because the hospital didn't actually send a referral. They just stated that I needed to have physical therapy. They just didn't send a referral. So she said until that happens, she'll see me for free till then. So that's really helpful. And basically, the patient plan says patient would benefit from referral to physical therapy, which is to them, to address functional limitations and return to prior level function of independent and unrestricted in ADLs. And I will be seeing them for 3 times a week for 10 weeks. And patient will also benefit from referral to orthotist for evaluation for AFO for safe ambulation, which an AFO is just a brace for my ankle to straighten it back out, because instead of walking on it, I have become comfortable with walking on my ankle instead. Because you know how your ankle is supposed to go like that, but instead mine wants to go like that when I'm walking. So she's wanting me to be put in a brace until that's fixed. That way I don't wind up breaking my ankle, which I also agree with because I really don't want to go through anymore. I've been through a lot in here this past week, still going through some stuff. But that was basically all from them. They just suggested that I come back to see them for 3 times a week for at least 10 weeks because she expects it to last that long. I surely hope not. I'm hoping that when we start doing more of the exercises, that kind of stretches it back out and I don't have to deal with it like that. But that's just that's just an estimated time. Just like with male stuff, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to last that long. It's just the expectancy, the time frame that they expect. Which is, I think I go back next week for my second appointment. And then I think we'll be discussing next week, excuse me, next week about how the little hip dip things, whether they're helping or not, which is I already kind of feel a good difference when I do them. It kind of helps, especially in my hip area because I've been having to use my left side so much to basically put all my weight on because I'm using my right leg, but not properly. So all my weight is over here on this right side. I meant left side, my bad. Y'all are facing opposite of me, so I got distracted. Sorry. But I also got transportation set up with the disability non-emergency medical transport, so they will be helping me to get to my physical therapy appointments. So I will kind of be testing that out before I go to Emory next month.
We noticed a pattern with this company. Like stop with the same general area. This was a very highly populated area.
I mean, I kind of wanted to plan a family trip, but with what's going on right now, it doesn't seem like that's a great idea because I'm going through a lot already. And also a pulmonologist from the hospital called this morning. Their office did and mentioned that I needed to set up an appointment there. So we don't know what's going on, really. I mean, I'm sure they do, but I have no clue what's going on. So I can't tell y'all why I'm going to see them or anything because I don't know at the moment. I won't know until I go see them. And they're closed tomorrow, so I gotta call them back Monday. Oh, and for those that don't know what a pulmonologist is, they deal with the lungs. They are a lung specialist, I believe. I mean, I guess it could have been from the low blood oxygen or something that happened this past week, I think. I'm just guessing right at this moment, you guys, so don't take any information in. This is like I said, this is just me guessing at this point because I don't really know.
Sometimes means showtime.
But they'll tell me more about that when I go to see them, I'm sure.
Sometimes rodeo time. Pillsbury.
But I guess this last time being in the hospital, it alerted them because now they're starting to send me to all these other doctors. So now I have kind of like a built up of that I got to deal with this month and next month. But hopefully it will get me to feeling better. But it's also good to know that it's not like unheard of with the leg thing and the seizures, because I was concerned that it was just me. I mean, it is me, but it's not at the same time. It's to deal with the nerves. But she even found some stuff. Like, she noticed things I didn't really notice, like with my arm drawn up and stuff. Because that's how I balance. That's how I use to balance myself. I don't really do it because of my arm hurting or it really drawing up. But that's what she said it's doing, is it's drawing up. But I don't think so. I think I'm intentionally doing that for balance. Because, like I said, I'm kind of hobbling around on one foot, so it makes it a little bit difficult in order to keep my balance. That's the way that I've found out how to do it, is just to throw out my elbow and stuff. And then with my hand, that's just the easiest place I've found to put it. At least I thought. I don't know. But she's going to help me with that stuff too. We're going to do, I think she said we're going to work with my spinal area first, because that has to do with a lot of the nerve areas is in your spine. And then we're going to work our way down. I think, from the information that I gathered from today, that is our plan. But it doesn't really state anything on here besides just doctor stuff. Like last week, I went through seizures and I had a spell, and since then my leg's been the way it is. I reported that brain imaging returned back normal. She put that on here. Talks about like the feeling that I described, which is a drawed up feeling. That is how I described it, because that's basically how it is. It's drawed up like that. And unable to straighten out her knee or put her foot flat down when walking. I can when I'm sitting down, not putting pressure on it. I can do that. It's just more comfortable to walk on my ankle. And let's see, also talks about patient is currently unable to walk without a walker or assistance from someone else, which is I can, just not very well. And balance is poor, and patient is at high risk for falls at this time. Patient is left-handed. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but that's on here too, that I'm left-handed. And then my patient goals on here, which is to return to full use of leg and foot. And it's just got my past medical history, the objective findings, which is nothing, that's just doctor stuff. Positive clonus. I don't know what that means, but that's stated on here. Muscle ratcheting, which I think, I'm not sure what that is either, honestly. ROM, I think that is the measurements that she took of my leg. And then the plan, which I just read to y'all a minute ago. And let's see. Yeah. So I was supposed to take this paper to them, but since my mother-in-law went ahead and called my primary care doctor, I don't really have to take that up there anymore. They've already been getting on it pretty good. I'm all right. I could be better, but I'm getting there. Things are getting a little bit better now. Only thing now is my leg is drawn up. But I'm going to currently just started physical therapy for that. So they'll be working with me to help stretch the muscles back out to where I can use it again, hopefully. That is our goal. But basically, she plans on putting my ankle in this brace along with it, and all it is it just has like, oh no, it's just got the hard brace part underneath, and then it's got some straps over top of the foot. It helps the foot to stay flat. I don't know. Do y'all remember those kids that kind of walk like that, like Forrest Gump? Y'all, thanks. But y'all remember Forrest Gump, like the kind of braces that he had? That is the kind of brace that they are talking about putting me in. And basically, as she explained it to me, what it does is it will kind of force me to walk on the flat of my foot instead of walking on my ankle, because she's afraid that I'm going to wind up breaking my ankle that way. And like I said earlier, I kind of agree. I'm afraid of the same thing, that if I don't straighten it back out, then I'm going to wind up hurting myself even further. But a lot of right now, I will be doing laying down exercises. Like I said, these will mostly be dealing with my spinal area. I'm not certain on the exercises yet. She hasn't told me any specifics. She just said that we'll be starting with the spinal area. But I'm assuming like things with your hips and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll probably use the wheel, the little leg wheel, at some point. We're probably not gonna do that first thing, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But I don't think so. She wants to start off simple first. That way we don't wind up hurting ourselves, because I don't exercise like that ever. But that's kind of some stuff I've been dealing with lately.
get a feeling if they're up to no good or not.
I'm still kind of supposed to be using my walker, but I personally do not like to use it because I'm 27. Kind of makes me feel like an old lady. So I don't really like to use my walker, and it's a crutch. I don't like to use that. I mean, I know that's what it's there for, but I feel like I would be more independent without it. Because if I'm just using a walker, then I feel like my brain's going to automatically go to, oh, I need to use this walker, which is not what I want to get at all. So I decide to leave it in the back of the truck, which makes it a little bit difficult when we're going in the grocery store and stuff. But I am able to hobble around using the buggy. I just look weird.
And you used the motherfucking thing tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight I actually used the little ride around buggy. I didn't feel so weird this time. But my leg was bothering me like that bad. I'm like, yeah, screw this. I'm just going to use it. Wasn't worried about nobody looking at me or anything because I have a reason. So,
We didn't know what you'd be able to tell us.
I mean, I did even wind up getting up to scan stuff. I mean, I didn't hobble far, but I did still get up and do something. But I won't stay on here too much longer, you guys. I did want to share what's been going on lately. That way I don't think that I haven't been trying to do videos or anything. Believe me, I want to get back to doing everything as normal as I can. So, y'all please be patient with me.
Curve takes on new meaning.